everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you best books for toddlers or for preschoolers. And so my son is currently 3.5 years old, and recently the library has been opening again for pickup, so that's why I'm really excited. We can borrow so many books in a month, and I did some research as well. What books are the best for preschoolers and kindergartners and toddlers? If you're looking for some ideas to what to borrow or what to buy, so I think this video will be really helpful for you. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my playlist about how to entertain your toddler and preschoolers. I think it's gonna be really helpful for you during this uncertain time. I have tons of indoor activities and tons of rainy day activities that you can do at home inside your home, so to help you stay sane. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first book that I want to show you is this one. It's called Piggies, and it's by Audrey Wood and Dawn Wood. It's a really simple story, I think, but Brandon loved this one. It's about the fat little piggies, smart little piggies, long little piggies, and also it says hot little piggies and cold little piggies. So it looks really simple, and it doesn't have a lot of words, and it has like a big picture, so Brandon loved it. And we read this couple times already, and Brandon still loves it. And at the end, he will close his hand like this, and then we will pray together at night before his bedtime. So he loved this book, so I highly recommend it if you can borrow it from the library. Next will be this Pete the Cat Stories. It's really famous. It has the song. This is the first edition, which is about the I Love My White Shoes. It's by art by James Dean and story by Eric Litwin. I love this book. Even as an adult, I love this book because it has a really nice story and good moral story. And the song is really catchy too. It's like, I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. So Brandon loved this one, and every time he stepped on something, the shoes changed off that one, but he didn't cry, and he still kept on going. So no complaint on his side. So it teaches us that we need to do this in life. So I love it, and they make so many versions. So I got this one as well, rocking my school shoes, where the Pete the cat went to the school and sing as well, and wearing these amazing red shoes. And it also have like the Easter's version. But yeah, I love these two versions, and I believe I put on hold on so many Pete the Cat version again on the library, but I still haven't received it. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you can get your hand into the books. And I would say if you want to buy this, is like a really good book to buy, and you can read it again and again. Next will be Penguin Knot. So this one is really simple, but it has a really big pictures and a lot of like animals and a lot of like big letters. So yeah, Brandon loved this one as well because he loved about rocket, astronauts, and animals. So I highly suggest this one. It says, one small penguin with one big dream. So behind the story, it has a really good moral story as well. Next is this one. It's called Knuffle Bunny. So it has the trilogy. So the first bunny, 2 bunny, and 3 bunny. So it's a book by Mo Willems. So in this story, the girl named Trixie is still a baby, and she couldn't talk, and it has like illustration art like this and like a real pictures. And yeah, Brandon loved this one. I love it too, and it has like the New York scene, so I love it. And for the second one, so she went to pre-K or preschool already, and she can talk now, and so she's a little bit bigger, and it still feature her Knuffle Bunny, which is this one, and Brandon loved this story as well. And it's Knuffle Bunny free, so she is big now, and she is ready to let go of her favorite Knuffle Bunny. And yeah, I highly recommend it if you can find this or put in a hold on the library. And this one is An Extraordinary Egg. It's by Leo Liony, and this one is just about a crocodile who find an egg, and they thought it's a chicken egg. Apparently it's an alligator egg. It has like a big pictures as well. Doesn't have a lot of like letters, and Brandon loved this story as well because he's currently 3.5. Somehow he can, because he's currently 3.5 years old, he can really enjoy stories now, and I love to read him books so he can add more vocabulary. So this is a really good book if you want to read your preschooler or toddlers something. And the other book is this Freight Train. So if your child loves train, it will be a really good book for them as well. And it's not Brandon's favorite, but I think it's still a really good book if you're looking, if your child loves train, and it teaches about colors as well. And it has a lot of like pictures, colorful pictures, and it says like moving, it's fast. Yeah, so it's just another option for you. And another best books for toddler and preschooler is this No David by David Shannon. It's actually a really nice book. It's a really simple book with no a lot of like words like no David, don't touch that, like no David, no, and don't play with your food and something like that. But Brandon really loved this. Yeah, so I would say I highly recommend this book if you have a toddler as well. For kindergartner, they probably don't like this book anymore because it doesn't have a lot of like, stories. But I think it's best for toddlers and preschoolers. And Brandon loved this one as well, like the cover, like no, he loves it. The book that I want to show is this one is Hattie Pack. It's by Emma Levy, and this one is by Emma Levy as well. It has the first book and the second book, and this one is one of the bestsellers, so I usually do a lot of like research, and this one are one of the top books for toddlers as well. But I would say Brandon somehow not a big fan of this one, but if you're running out of ideas, you can also add this on your reading list as well, and your child might love this one, you never know. And the other book is this Transformer book. So this one is actually a comic book, and it's actually not for toddler or preschoolers, so it's for bigger kids. But somehow my son is obsessed about Transformer robots. It's Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, on all kind of Transformer robot. So he can just look at the pictures and see that there's Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, and he loves it. Sometimes he even bring this into like into his bed. So he hold this and he hold the Optimus Prime robot together, and then he wants to sleep. So yeah, you can find something that your son or daughter like whatever character, so you can always find it at the library. So these are all the books that I recommend for toddlers and preschoolers. And right now Brandon is 3.5 years old, and he loves to read books with us. So yeah, I highly recommend to borrow books from your local library, and yeah, keep reading to them. And in this video, I just want to touch a little bit how to borrow books during this uncertain time, because the library is still closed. So basically, they are open for click and collect. So basically, you will need to put all the items that you want on hold first on their website. And then after the items are ready, they will send you an email that they are ready to be picked up, and you need to call them to arrange like a pick up. They have so many numbers for different branches, so it depends where you live. And after that, after you book an appointment, it's really easy. You can just like park your car and then just grab your items on the pick up area, and they put it on like a brown bags. So it's really nice. They don't even need to scan your library card. They will just ask your last names and yeah, and what is your pickup time, and it's really nice. And you can still borrow a lot of like books, so you don't need to keep buying books during this uncertain time. And it's really hard to get books as well, and the shipment like it takes so long to arrive. But during the library, if you live in the Vancouver area, that's how you do it, because a lot of people ask me how can I borrow the books because the library is still closed.